fellow YouTubers, this is the Imaginator. Welcome to my review of One Piece Manga Chapter 1020. The title of this One Piece Manga Chapter is called Robin vs. Black Maria. This chapter is divided into three portions. The first one being the Kaido versus Yamato fight. The second portion, which is what mainly the chapter is focusing on, is the Robin versus Black Maria fight. And then finally, the last and third portion of this chapter is the Luffy and Momonosuke dialogue. We commence with the chapter of the resumption of the Kaido versus Yamato fight, and the main dialogue between these two is that that Kaido wants Yamato to become the ruler of Wano and be like the guardian deity that I believe is what her devil fruit represents. I think it's her devil fruit or her character. I think it's her character that represents the guardian deity. I think that's what her character name is, if I remember that correctly. I remember looking that up somewhere in the One Piece Wikipedia. Still not entirely sure. And Yamato actually has the opposing viewpoint that she wants to free all the citizens and samurai of Wano and have them have a sense of freedom. And then we have this awesome panel shot of Yamato and Kaido's blast brushes colliding, creating like this big air ball of energy, and which I think which is pretty cool because I love combinations in anime, depending on how it's done and executed. But they're really cool, seeing how strong two of the characters that are producing this amount of energy is creating with their power. And then Kaido's like, you won't, or you, and basically cut to the second portion of the chapter, which is what mainly the chapter is about, is Robin versus Black Maria. And the first thing that I see is Robin is seeing illusions of her deceased loved ones, or the people she really cared for, her mother, Black Clover, and Sal. And they pretty much are being very, obviously friendly, even though they're not real, but being very just how they were talking about that. She was like kind of like a continuation of her being older now, see how she was doing and things like that, but we know it was fake. And Robin was able to see through the illusion, obviously, because Robin's a very sharp-minded and intelligent individual. She uses one of her techniques, I think it's called Tres Manos, if I pronounce that accurately, and she pretty much defeats the three snake girls that were responsible of the illusions. That Black Maria, what they said Black Maria created, which was kind of confusing, but I think Black Maria was like the cast of the mist, and the snake girls were actually disguised themselves as Robin's loved ones. I think that's how it worked. And we get to see Brooke. He goes on to say that while he was isolated after his crew died, and he came back to life after inadvertently eating the devil fruit, that he spent 50 years dreaming of the illusion that they were alive, what that they're no longer living. So I think that mental occurrence actually helped him be able to see and get used to seeing through illusions much more easier, than someone that isn't used to perceiving things that is said in front of them with said illusion. And then we get to Black Maria. She goes on the attack to try to harm Robin and Brooke, and Robin's like, "Whoa, you're kind of if you do that, you're going to burn, this whole castle, or Onigashima basically." And she said, "Mansion, yeah, mansion." And Black Maria obviously doesn't care, and she uses this weapon that has like a guy on a guy face. I think it's one of her crew members that's attached to her weapon, and she calls it what's it called, Wayodo, if I pronounce that correctly. And pretty much Brooke freezes the face of the individual, and Black Maria goes and puts insults and talks down about Robin's crew and Sanji, and Robin's obviously not, lost the spirit of that because she's obviously again a much stronger person, and she tells Black Maria that Sanji truly deserves to be the wings of the Straw Hat Pirates, or the left wing. I think she said, yeah, I think she said left wing. And then Robin uses her newest big attack called the Giant Floor, which is absolutely dope. And then we cut to the last portion of the chapter. We have Luffy and Momonosuke. You know, Luffy and Momonosuke are talking while Karabu is standing from afar. He's saying, "Well, if you guys don't defeat Kaido, then I'm not going to be able to leave the island," which I think is kind of bizarre because it's like you're kind of like the enemy. You're a fellow pirate who is an enemy. So I mean, why do you need your ship? To why you need him to win or to depart from the island. And I guess it's due to the fact that maybe he knows that they're easy transportation. If they lose, then he's not gonna have a ship to ride on. So that's what I believe. And plus, people probably wouldn't really trust him. So I mean, that's another factor. Then Luffy and Momonosuke get to their dialogue, and Momonosuke crying. He tells him what he should be, losing his spirit and crying and being depressed because you're still Kinemon and the Nine Scabbard's leader. You should remain strong and determined until I defeat Kaido. And then Luffy points up at the planet Onigashima and says, "When will take me there, turn to the dragon." While Shinobu and Momo look shocked, and that was the end of the chapter. My thoughts of this chapter, I really enjoyed the chapter. It was a very solid and good paced chapter. I liked some of the techniques that were showcased throughout the chapter, like the two blast brush that Yamato had kind of produced, Robin's giant fedora, and the cool, interesting dialogue between Luffy and Momonosuke. And I don't know about Karudu. I don't know what his deal is, but maybe he's trying to use Luffy as a scapegoat to continue his power journey because his crew obviously is no longer around. It's just the beginning portion of the post-time skip. But we'll see where his character goes from this point forward. That's it for my One Piece Manga Chapter 1020 review. Fellow YouTubers, hope you all enjoyed. Please like the video, comment your thoughts down below, and subscribe to my channel to imagine for my Manga Chapter reviews and discussions and many more. With all that being said, fellow YouTubers, y'all all have a wonderful day.